Yo, we are live again on like 37 channels. We are live on so many channels. It's crazy. The thunder is so wild out here. It's crazy. This is crazy how much thunder is. So we're live on TikTok. I got a microphone here. I got a microphone here. I got all sorts of microphones. That's interesting. I got picture in picture over there. Wow. Technology. I need a full-time techologist. I need a full-time techologist. What's up, Instagram? What's up, Facebook? If you're on the live, could you just hit live? If you're on the replay, just type in replay. What's up? Oh, John, it's sexy, bro. It's just a little muscle, baby. My trainer's on Instagram right now. Gotta love him. So let's chat, you guys. Let's get into it. There's a bunch of people on TikTok. TikTok's winning. Whoever gets the shitty phone always has more comments. That's so funny. So Instagram, TikTok, 5 different Facebooks. It's LinkedIn and YouTube. So if you guys aren't following on if you guys are not following me on YouTube, you should follow me on YouTube. You don't have to, but if you want to follow me on YouTube, there's a lot of great long form content that I keep putting out, and it could possibly benefit you. So, I was chatting with one of my one-on-one clients, and she was having some challenges with some sales scripts. And I get it, like scripting is hard, right? So as I'm looking for my notes that just disappeared, I have way too much stuff open on my computer. As I was going through my notes and we were chatting, I thought, you know what, let me go live and share some of the things that are working and some of the things that are not. So first, let's talk about how do we use a script. Right. So when we use a script is a framework, right? A script isn't like the holy grail. I got to say everything that's on this page. The script is a framework to kind of keep you guided, to bring you back if you go off the charts, right? If you go off the deep end, the script brings you back. So the way you use a script is, yes, you should have it memorized, but you should also have certain questions memorized so that if a prospect takes you over here, right? Like, not on the camera, but if a prospect takes you up over here and you want to be here, you know how to bring them back here. That's what a script helps you do. My mentor and coach and friend, Sharon Srivata, the president of Real Brokers, he says, the script isn't for us, it's for your prospect. And here's what that means. The script is for your prospect to have a pathway that you can guide them by. Right? You can take them through the canyon, the river. You know the tough parts. You know the questions to ask. Unfortunately, too many real estate agents get in and they think that using a script is salesy. I couldn't say you're farther from the truth. Using a script is actually the most professional thing you can do. So if you say you want to be professional and you say, hey, I want to help my prospects and my clients, but you don't want to use a script, what you're essentially saying is like, I don't want to be professional. And I'll tell you a couple of reasons why we don't use scripts, right? I'll tell you a couple of reasons why we don't like to use scripts. One is it takes a long time to learn a script properly, right? Like I'm learning a new script for my business and it takes a lot of energy, right? I role play daily a couple of times with a couple of different people because I need to get my reps in because I don't want to bring that script out that isn't ready for the public. And so when we use a script, it takes time. Right? It just takes time. And if you're not willing to put that time in, then unfortunately, you're not going to be able to have the success you want. Because just do me a favor, put in the chat right now, put in the chat, is it harder to get appointments now or is it easier? If it's easier, type in easy. If it's harder, put in harder, right? Is it easier or harder to get an appointment right now? Oh, all these people that are jumping off of Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, you guys are missing out on the best scripts ever. You guys are leaving. You guys should be tagging your friends. You guys, I'm going to drop some bombs right now about scripts and the best scripts to use. I know it's not sexy. It's not me dancing topless. It's not my OnlyFans page. I'm sorry. This isn't the OnlyFans page. I'm sorry. If you guys want to find me on OnlyFans, you can find me on OnlyFans, right? Just send me a whole bunch of money. I'll send you the private link, send you all the feet pictures you want. I know scripts aren't sexy, but you gotta wait. You gotta earn. You can't just come in here and think you're going to be on it for 30 seconds. I'm going to give you all the goods. No likes, no love. Like you guys want some of the best scripts out there, but no love, no likes, no comments. God, tough crowd today. I mean, I could just take these scripts that are working for our clients, and I guarantee you they're better than the stuff that you're using. And I could just throw them away and just put them back in the vaults. I mean, that's what you guys want. But I mean, I like love too. And I'm not a monster. I like a little bit of heart action. Nobody wants to throw any hearts out. Everybody just wants the freebies. All right, let's give you the freebies. Let's talk about some scripts that work. You guys are ruthless out here. Let's talk about some scripts that work. Okay, so why do we want to sit down and set appointments? Well, we know that statistically speaking, that you have a 10x higher probability of booking an appointment or closing a deal if you book the appointment. So here's one of the greatest scripts ever. It's called the Playbook Frame. All right, write this down, the Playbook Frame. Well, Instagram's telling me to go to the right. I don't know. Okay, swipe left, swipe right. TikTok's telling me to do all sorts of stuff. Welcome to TikTok Live. Have fun interacting. Host must be 18. I am 18. Viewers must be 18. Are you guys over 18? I hope to God so. Okay. All right. I don't know what TikTok's bugging me for. So let's talk about the Playbook Frame. Okay. The Playbook Frame, right? The Playbook Frame is basically Mrs. Jones or Sally, right? We don't want to say Mrs. Jones. That's formal, but Sally, it's the why don't we so that I framework. Why don't we so that I framework? Write this down. Sally, why don't we so that I? Write this down. Why don't we so that I? Okay. And the way that this works is that why don't we sit down so that I can educate you, right? So what are we going to do and what is the benefit to them? Why don't we so that I? And the way that it would work is something like this. Like, hey, John, and you guys, I want you to pay attention to my tonality, right? I want you to pay attention to my tonality. I want you to also pay attention to the fact that I'm going to use ums and oohs and ahs. I'm also going to stutter. All right. And I'm going to read right off the script, right? Because I don't use this thing every day. So I'm going to just read right off the script and it's totally fine. And this is going to be on a phone call, right? So, hey, John, I was wondering, has anybody taken the time to walk you through the three most important things about buying a home in today's market? All right. What did you guys notice in the tone? Right. Just put it in the comments. What did you notice when with my tone? Hey, John. I was wondering, has anyone taken the time to walk you through the three most important things about buying a home in today's market? What'd you guys notice about the tone? Was it fast? Was it slow? Did I seem skeptical? Did I seem curious? Did I seem assertive? Did I seem angry? Did I seem sad? What did you notice about the tone? What about the cadence? Was it fast? Was it slow? Right? Did I stutter a little bit? Did it feel more natural? Let me show you how most people use this. Okay, and this is why they don't like scripts, because here's how most people would say. John, hey, I was wondering, has anybody taken the time to walk you through the three most important things about buying a home in today's market? Listen to that one. That's how most salespeople sound. Listen to how you should sound. John, I was wondering, has anyone taken the time to walk you through the three most important things about buying a home in today's market? Which one would you guys rather have? The first one or the second one? First one or the second one, right? Most people will probably say the second one. Most people will probably say the second one. Now, some people that don't know sales will be like, oh, the first one sounded great. No, the first one's horrible, right? The first one is all about salesiness. It's all about you just trying to get through the script as fast as possible. All right, so let's do it one more time. I'm going to put on some light here because it just got super dark. One more time. And then we're going to go to the second part of this script, okay? John, I was wondering, has anyone taken the time to walk you through the three most important things about buying a home in today's market? Right? Check out the hands, you guys. The three I, right? Like when I say I point to myself, right? I don't know if I did it this time or not, But when I'm talking, I point to myself. The three most important things: I, right? You, right? Who's this all about? It's about them. Why don't we so that I? And they're going to say no, because 90% of people, unfortunately, do not get any real training. So unfortunately, they're going to say no. And then you're going to say, oh, yeah, yeah, that might be a little problematic considering the conditions of the market today. Well, what my clients appreciate is that I sit down and educate them on the buying process in today's market, so they can actually make the best decision possible, even if that means you wait. Now, why would we tell a prospect that one of the things that we're going to do is possibly have them wait? Why would we tell a prospect even if that means you wait? Why do you think we tell a prospect that? Right? Why do you think we tell a prospect that? The reason we tell prospects, even if you're going to wait, is because we want them to know that we're not high pressure. We want them to know we're not high pressure. Most salespeople are what? High pressure. They want to get you in, get you in the door, get that sale, get that paycheck, get that commission. They don't care. So when we say, hey, even if that means if you wait, because a lot of real estate agents right now are getting pressured from their buyers saying, oh, we're waiting for the market to change. We're waiting for this. Hey, no problem. Even if you wait, we're still here. All right. So that's the second part. So then you're going to say, if you feel this would be helpful, why don't we meet for a quick cup of coffee? And before the coffee is cold, I'll share with you the three most important things I tell all of my top clients about buying a home in today's market. Would you be opposed to that? Or you could say, would you find that to be helpful now, though? Right? I like would you be opposed to that personally, but some of my clients like the other one. All right. So now we're saying, if you feel this would be helpful, so now they're going to agree that it's helpful. Why don't we meet for a quick cup of coffee? And before the coffee's cold, which means we're not going to spend a lot of time together. We're just going to have a quick meeting, right? Because coffee takes 15, 20 minutes to cool down. And then I'll share with you three most important things. You're giving them something tangible that my top clients right now, we're telling about how we actually have business, right? About what I tell all of my top clients in today's market. Would you be opposed to that? You guys, everybody wants to say no. When we're in sales, right? When you go into a sales meeting, right? And if that was fire for you guys, just throw a 1 in the chat if that was fire for you, right? That's a fire script right there, you guys. That is a fire script right there. I had a client go from 30% appointment booking to a 65, 70% appointment booking just by utilizing this script before we even fixed her tone. All right. So super powerful script, the why don't we so that I can framework. Okay. So we tell them all of these things because we want them to realize that it's not going to take a long time. Other people have benefited from it. And would they be opposed to that? Would they be opposed to that? Right. And people want to say no, right? Hey, are you looking? Hey, would you like some help? Oh, no, I'm just looking. Would you be opposed to that? No, they want to say no. You're giving them the opportunity to say no. You guys, this is super gangster right here. Okay. It's super gangster. I'll give you one more and then I got to bounce. I actually have to bounce at 3 o'clock. So I'm going to give you guys one more. It's called the Kickoff House. This was given to me by my buddy, James Grant, that gave it to Shran. We've added a couple of things to make it a little bit more updated. The Kickoff House is what you're going to use with a buyer that is saying, oh, let's just meet later. We're not in a rush. We're blah, 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 blah. And you just can't get them to meet with you. So you're going to use this. You'll be like, hey, John, it looks like you're interested in 123 Banana Squirrel Way and a couple other areas as well. This is also really good for people that have a really large geographic area. I just want to see everything from here to Oklahoma. You're like, that's 16 million houses. Yeah, we just don't want to miss out on anything. So this is a good way to also bridge that gap. So if they're that person that wants to see a bunch of places, you're going to be like, yeah, and a bunch of other areas as well. Well, what I always tell my top clients in this situation is, let's go see the Kickoff House. And what I want to do is I want to find the house on the market that best fits all the characteristics that you're looking for that we talked about earlier. And then after we view that one house, what we could do is we could put together a quick game plan for you guys moving forward if this isn't the perfect home or location, etc. And then be like, okay, That sounds reasonable, right? That's a reasonable request. It's not abnormal. It's not unreasonable to say, hey, let's go sit down. Let's go look at one house and see if that's the right house. So why don't we plan to meet like tomorrow, or would the weekend work better for you to view the kickoff home, right? We're naming the home the kickoff home. We're branding the meeting as the kickoff meeting, because this is going to start our process. It could be 6 months. It could be 6 years. It could be 6 days. I don't know. They're going to say, great, and they're going to say, whatever works better for them. So why don't we plan to meet tomorrow, or would the weekend work better for you to view the kickoff of? Oh, the weekend's great. I have some time Saturday morning around this, or would the afternoon be better around 2? Which of those work better? They're going to give you a time. Great. What I'll do is I'll send you a calendar invite now. I want you guys to realize that processes create security for your clients. That helps build trust. What I'm going to do is send you a calendar invite now. And then once I find the best home that fits your price and your needs, your location, I'm going to update the calendar invite and then send you a text as well with the address. Just plan to meet me for a few minutes extra after the appointment, so that we can create our game plan based off the home we view together. Right? So you're giving them the process. You're not just saying, hey, let's do the kickoff. You're actually giving them a full process from start to finish of what to expect. Now, when you do this, even if your tone's off, even if your cadence is off, even if you're right, like all of the things are off, when you do this, what your prospect thinks is, wow, Vikram's got a process for everything. Like, wow, they've really thought of everything. This is a great company. They've thought of all the things. And that creates confidence, that creates trust, it creates safety, and it makes you actually look like what you want to be, which is a trusted advisor. You know how many agents we hear on a daily basis? I want to be why don't people listen to me? I'm the trusted advisor. I'm like, you haven't given them a reason yet to listen to you, right? You don't have a system. You don't have a process. Like, lay out your buyer's process for me. They're like, well, we just show them homes. I'm like, that's not a process. That's Redfin. Like, that's Redfin. That's their model. Get the door open as fast as possible. That doesn't make you special, right? That just makes you a commodity. Hey, I'd love to show you the homes, but the way that we sit down, the way we work is actually we do this, 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 and this. And then we go view homes, because, like, what's the point of looking at homes if we don't actually know what you're looking for and wasting a bunch of time? They're like, oh yeah, that actually makes sense, right? That actually makes sense. Like, we should sit down. Buying a home's a big purchase. We should sit down prior, right? We should sit down prior to just going and looking at homes, right? That's the process well, that's not how the other companies do it. Okay, well, you're not working with the other companies. Like, why aren't you continue to work with them? Well, because they just showed us a bunch of shit. Exactly. So we sit down, we come up with a game plan first. Like, oh yeah, that actually makes sense. So when you guys can run the process for the client or the prospect, the process creates security and safety. Having a calendar, right? You guys should have a Calendly, right? I should have a referral form for Calendly. I send so many agents to Calendly. You guys should have a Calendly that automatically sends them the invite. Then you update the invite. It automatically does it, right? Then you send them, you do exactly the things you say you're going to do, right? When you do that, they believe you are a person of your word, and that makes you trustworthy. All right. I hope these 2 frameworks helped you out. Yes. On some of the platforms, these are going to get posted. If you actually go to YouTube, follow me, Vikram Deol, or Coach Vikram Deol on YouTube. If you guys go follow me, you can actually pull the transcript right off of YouTube so that you can copy and paste and put this into your deal. But anyways, if you need help implementing, right? A lot of people are like, Vic, I got the information. I don't know how to implement it. No, not a problem. We run 3 role play calls every single week and an accountability call, right? So we do 3 role play calls inside the Real Estate Sales Academy and accountability calls, right? So that you have access to actually implementing this, because guess what? All of this information is out there. One is that you might have to do some work to put it all together, which I do for you. 2, it's how do you know if you're actually implementing it? Because the information is no longer valuable because the information's everywhere, right? We all have access to it, but it's implementing the information that makes it valuable. So if you think you need some help, or if you're not getting the results you want, maybe you're closing 1 deal a month, but you'd like to be doing 2, maybe you're doing 2, but you could do 4. You just don't know where your bottlenecks are. Shoot me a DM or leave a comment on one of these platforms, And we will get you a link to book a private call with me right now, one-on-one, not somebody else on my team. And we'll jam for a few minutes. If it works, it works. And if it doesn't, at least at least we'll have had a fun conversation, or not. I don't know. Anyways, got to roll. Talk to you all probably next week. Have a good weekend.